I planned on coming on earlier, but I wound up having to run out earlier today than I thought. I thought I was going to be home, and then something came up, and it's whatever. Anyhow, I'm here now. Let me just find it on here. Um, and Avery didn't get a nap. She was just up all day, and she came home and like passed right out. She's in her crib with her Minnie Mouses and her bottle, and I don't even think that she's drinking the bottle. Like she, okay. What the heck? Where am I? Here we go. First person here is Cinnamon for the month of July. Rest of the month of July. You may be heading over towards greener pastures. You got some choices coming in before the end of July. Could be focused on a new business or a side hustle or something that brings in some pretty decent money. Empress is here. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. You also may be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, which is always a good thing. Via General. Got cause for celebration coming in around growth, change, and transformation coming to your life. That's pretty positive. No longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world, but feeling like lighter energy is around you. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan makes you feel relief, and you're feeling prepared for your life to move forward. Earth sign comes in, that may be new energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Negativity moves into the past, and balance comes back to life. You also could be hearing from an old friend, or you could run into someone from your past. Empress. How did Karen feel when she saw my brother with Isabel last night? May have felt I don't. Not, she wasn't super jealous, but she was definitely curious. It's like she feels like there's a third party involved here. But meanwhile, I think she's with somebody, right? I don't know. She's curious. She wanted to know what was going on. Definitely piqued her curiosity. I would say mildly jealous and curious at the very least. Queen, do you know how to check who's subscribed? You know what? I used to get emails, right? Like it would say, John Smith, subscribe to your channel. I don't get those emails anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if I accidentally unsubscribed to it or what. On you go into Creator Studio, you can see you can see like a list of recent subs, but I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be here on this one. All right, if you go into Creator Studio but on desktop, like not in the app, which is for some reason very hard to get to, if you can get to it that way, there is like in the center, in the bottom, a list of like the new subscribers, but it doesn't, I don't, I've never really looked to see if I could see who's unsubscribed. I know that they unsubscribe people that they think are spam. So what I would assume is if people were like, I don't know how true this is, but this is what I gather. Because like my subs will go up And like they say they go up 5, they may go down 2. You know, it's like it kind of goes up very slowly, and some of them come off. So what I'm thinking is, and I don't know for sure, but I heard somebody say something about spam, like spam subs. Like, say I have more than one email address, and like my brother, he's got more than one. It might unsubscribe one of his if it's not active, because they may think that he's, it's coming from the same device, even though it's like 2 different accounts. So I think they may unsubscribe people. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of weird bullshit that goes on with YouTube. But anyway, if you're looking for that information, check the desktop version of Creator Studio, which for whatever reason is very hard to get to. Like, it just wants to bring you to the app. Auntie Charlie, is Hooker still interested in me? Are the ladies? Yes, I think they all still are, yeah. Yep. Talia, I may have a general for tomorrow. Tomorrow, negativity moves into the past when somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities and happiness is coming out over your life. No longer feeling burdened or stressed, but you may be feeling as if you have the world at your feet and you're calling the shots. Cece, does F have a crush on me, and will he make a clear move if he does? I think that he does, and I think he will make a move, yeah. See, but does the Leo hate me? He didn't send me birthday greetings. Love interest. No, I don't think he hates you. Unfortunately, I think that women make a big deal out of birthdays and men don't. And I think that that's what it is. I have never once ever had a man ask me, is she going to wish me a happy birthday? Never once. Never once had a man ask me, is she going to give me something for Valentine's Day? Not once. In all the years I've been doing this. Women want that. And I'm not saying that women are wrong. That's what they want. But when you start looking at things like men and women are just different, then it's not so hurtful, because it's like, that's just how they are. I mean, like, I have guys that, like, they don't remember their children's birthdays. They don't remember their mother's birthday. My friend Mark, for the love of God, cannot remember my birthday, and I've been friends with him since I'm 16. He can't remember his mother's birthday either. He knows it's in March, but he's not really sure when. So it's like, it's like, just because it's important to you doesn't mean it's important to him, but that doesn't mean that he hates you. It just means that he doesn't really care so much about birthdays. It's not such a big deal. Like, it is what it is. It's unfortunate that we grow up in a society from the time that we're very little. I say this all the time, that it has inundated us with, you need to be a Disney princess. You're not worth anything unless the prince shows up. Nobody gives a shit. Everyone's going to, well, how come you're not married? How come you're not married? You got a boyfriend? What's going on? Oh, it's your birthday. You got a Valentine? You going to the prom? That's how we grow up. So we think, oh, we're not worth anything if somebody doesn't remember our birthday. The truth is that that's all bullshit. So it's really unfortunate that that's how we grow up. And it's embedded in our brains. And even though we may know that consciously, it still eats at us. It's still like, like the idea, like I always say, like, well, is he going to try harder? Is he going to fight for me? Like, what do you want him to do? I mean, like, well, let's be realistic. But we see it in romantic movies. How many times? I'm moving to France. Then the guy shows up with flowers at the airport. That's the movies. It's not real life. Most of the time, you're going to move to France. Okay, goodbye. Like that's just it. She said she was moving to France. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that's just the way it is. Men and women are just very different. Empress. Liz. I don't see Empress. Yeah, let me do Liz for general for the week. General for the week. You've got some good luck coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune. You've got your intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. Could have an argument or bickering with someone. It's not the end of the world, but it may be something that comes up this week. You may be feeling a little bit more financially stable around a business endeavor or around a job opportunity. And you have cause for celebration that comes in before the end of the week. Seems like a pretty decent week, kind of average. Simran, general for tomorrow. General for tomorrow. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You could feel like either somebody has treated you unfairly or that in a certain friendship or relationship you put in more effort than the other person does, and that may kind of piss you off tomorrow. You may feel like not much is changing for the better quickly, but everything is a little bit stagnant. Looks like you could be spending time working on a creative project of some sort. It also looks like you might be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Feeling a little bit more ambitious, especially around your own job, career, school, or your own future. So that's positive. It looks like it may be an okay day, but there may be somebody that either pisses you off or just rubs you the wrong way with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Rimmel, does P realize that he was being rude? No, I don't think so. No. I just don't think so. Or maybe whatever he did, like, he didn't mean for it to come off that way. I don't think his intentions were to be rude. Empress, Bree responded to my brother a day later and posted a story captioned date night. Is she not that interested, if at all, because she's seeing someone, or was it her way of letting my brother know? Okay, let's see. No, I do think that she's interested. And I don't think that her story had anything to do with him. I think she posted the story just because, like, you know, like, I have a date tonight, so I want the world to know, right? Like that's what that was about. But I do think she's interested in him. I don't know how serious she is with that date. It might not be something that's that serious. You know, I know anytime things that get posted, I'm always cautious about, because if I'm going out on a date with somebody and I'm excited for my date, the last thing that I'm worried about is putting it on social media. Like, I'm concerned with what I'm doing in that moment. So anytime, like anything that has to do with social media, I have a hard time reading for it, because it's all such smoke and mirrors. You know, like if you're in a situation where you're really in love with someone, you're really going out with someone, you're really looking forward to being with them, are you posting on social media? Because I'm not even looking at my phone. When I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm not looking at my phone. I don't even have it with me. So, like, I don't know. I can't go too deep into that. Cece. It seems the pain in my pelvis may be a cyst. This phone is buffering. That one looks okay. Seems like the pain in my pelvis may be a cyst and scar tissue that requires a procedure. Will I be able to get the procedure done the same day as the ultrasound? I doubt it. Let's see. I doubt it. I'm not thinking that you're going to be able to. Um, I think what would happen is you have the ultrasound, it would go to the doctor, then you would go back to the doctor and discuss the options. I don't think it's all going to happen at once. Um, or yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's, yeah, I think it's going to take a couple appointments. Empress. Let's see. Let me do T. Yvette, General for me, and Leonard. Could be starting a new journey together. Looks like things could be moving forward, no longer feeling stuck. You guys have a nice connection with the Lover's card. Romance could be heating up, and the ability to manifest new opportunities come in. You and him could be working on some kind of creative project together that may be of significance, or you may just enjoy it, or maybe some kind of a bonding experience. Ronnie, General for the week. Could have a water sign enter, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have a wish, put it out into the universe, and things may start to move forward pretty quickly. It also looks like anxiety seems to move into the past. You could be moving forward towards greener pastures, and you may even meet a new love interest. Could be a Capricorn. Could be the water sign, but you get a Capricorn coming in as well. Empress. Would Karen consider leaving her current situation since she feels burdened by it, and consider dating my brother if my brother showed more interest? Or would she just blow my brother off? Let's see. I'm not convinced that she would leave the situation and start dating him right away. Like, I don't think she would go from one right to the other, especially since is this one that saw him with somebody else. She comes up as feeling very skeptical about things. So even though I think that she's interested in him, and I think she would give things a chance, I don't think it would be like an immediate thing. Like, I don't think he could ask her to leave her situation and she would do it immediately. It may have to happen on her terms. Kevin, do old friends ever think of me since I cut them off? Yes, definitely. Yes, I knew that was going to be the answer, because anybody that has ever been in your life will always think about you at some point, because that's just like you're in their memory, so you're going to come up. There's a whole bunch of different reasons. Like, for example, if you went to Disney World with them and then they go to Disney World, they're going to remember the time that they were there with you. If you always went to, I don't know, the beach together, like, they would remember you. You know, you're in their memory, so you're going to come, they're going to be reminded of you. And in every situation with anybody, I don't care who it is, there's good and bad. So good things will remind them of you. Bad things will remind them of you. Like, I have a friend of mine who I don't talk to anymore. I just can't with this person. But this person is really funny, and sometimes, like, I remember how much they made me laugh. But then there are times where I'm like, the negativity around this person was just so massive that I could never let them back in my life, because it just literally zaps all my energy. Like, I just can't. So there's good and bad with everything, but that person still crosses my mind and, like, still comes up in conversation. And I don't think that I've spoken to them probably in maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years, long time. God, it's crazy how fast time flies. Shit. Yeah. T that said Sherry's feelings around when he found out I was on a date. Okay. I think Sagittarius was annoyed. I'm not going to say that he was like had a full blown meltdown, because I think that he feels like he's not in the position, almost like he deserved it that you were out on a date. Like, well, gee, that's what I get. But he was upset. There's no doubt about it. Curious, upset, and wants to know who was what you're doing or who you were with. Davey, general for this week. Should be a pretty decent week. Feeling prepared, feeling successful around a business endeavor. This actually could be a new beginning of any type, but I think it's a business endeavor because it looks like you're paying off a bill, paying off a debt, or putting money aside for something, which makes you feel relief around finances. Energy around you seems to lighten, or the weight of the world is slipping off your shoulders. Things seem to move forward for you nicely. Intuition is heightened, and it looks like there may be a little bit of passion around. Yeah, should I get closer with Jaden while waiting for my boyfriend to heal? I would not wait. Yeah. You know, it's like the idea of waiting for somebody else to heal so that your life can begin. No, I would definitely not sit around waiting for that. Besides, it's like everybody on this planet has healing to do. Every single one of us. Every one of us has been hurt. Every one of us has a story. Every one of us has a shit show in the past. Every one of us. So it's like, no, I would not. First of all, I wouldn't sit around and wait on anyone. I would definitely get a new somebody coming in here. I would jump at that chance. Yeah. Yep, I would explore that option with Jaden for sure, no doubt. Davey, love this week. Had a wish, put it out into the universe. Perseverance around love pays off. Growth, change, transformation comes in. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. No longer waiting for your ship to come in. Passion comes in. Anxiety seems to dissipate. And things could move forward. It should be a pretty pleasant week. Elizabeth, the general. Okay, well, you got the love cup full, so that's positive, along with the Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, and prosperity. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. Maybe feeling a little bit more grounded and stable around a new business opportunity that comes in. It may make you feel a little bit more financially stable, and paying off a bill of debt or a loan or putting money aside for something financially makes you feel a little bit more stable. You've got a Libra around that comes in that may be of significance. It also looks like you have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and there's a Capricorn here as well. Negativity is moving into the past, or you're starting to look at things more from the glass being half full. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and that would be around business or a job offer. Not looking back on the past, but eager for your life to move forward. And that's exactly what it looks like it's happening. T-Vet, update on when we'll work from home again. It could be soon. Like, maybe, or like, soon. I don't think it's going to be that much longer. Like, maybe sometime before July ends or the beginning of August. And then you may stay working from home right through the fall. Love always, next 48 hours. You've got a couple of things happening here that are nice around money and finances. Negativity is moving into the past. You're starting to see things a little bit more, looking at the bright side of things. You may have a new job or business opportunity. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Slow and steady wins the race, but you do have some balance coming back to life. A lot of nice things happening around finances. Good luck and good fortune is coming in. Things change for the better quickly when it comes to money or opportunities around money. Opportunities to bring more money in. YouTube user ends current feels to remain no contact. Told him to see a counselor. Okay. They feel stuck. They feel stuck. Okay, now here's the thing. The Fool is in reverse, which means something will get revealed around this situation that will need to be dealt with before the relationship can move forward. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, but something is going to come up. It looks like they may be making a decision to walk away for some time or take some distance away from the situation, which may be good for both of you. They're not showing a lot of perseverance, and they're not showing, like, they're, as far as the idea of going to see a counselor, they're not taking that part seriously. There is, like, I don't know, like, they think that you're just mad at them because you didn't get what you wanted or whatever the situation was, and you're just kind of saying it out of anger. I think that they're, like, almost, like, kind of, laughing at that comment. Like, yeah, I don't really care for that. Like, they're not taking you seriously. But they're kind of like, they're taking time and space away because they don't feel like dealing with what they need to deal with. I don't think you're going to hear from them for a while. Not unless you reach out to them, which I wouldn't suggest. YouTube, A feels for me. He's camping, no sell. I would say he thinks that you're nice, kind-hearted, sincere, successful, hardworking, and intelligent. Siba. What does AC think of me? Does he have a crush on me? I just met him and he caught my eyes. Okay, let's see. I don't know that he has a crush on you, but it does look like there is potential for more to come here. So I don't know, like, what your relationship is with him. Like, if you could reach out to him, things could move forward pretty quickly. If you could kind of put it out there. It also looks like you guys could be starting a new journey, but it doesn't show that he has a crush on you. It does show that he thinks that you're interesting. You may have made an impression on him. The timing may not be great just yet. I don't know what the story is in his life, but the timing isn't there just yet. In this situation, since I don't know what kind of contact, I know you just met him, but I don't know if do you have his phone number or anything like that. I would give it a little bit of time. If you can contact him, I would start off slowly because the timing is not that great, and let things sort of unfold organically because there's more that can come here But I don't think that he realizes it yet. I don't think he's really thinking too much about it at this point. I think you can make it happen, but I don't think he's made the connection yet. But I do think that there's somewhat of an interest there. And I think he would be receptive if you put in a little effort. So let's see what happens with that. Yeah, will I get the money on Omegle again? Or did I just get lucky that one time? Okay. Will I get money on Omegle again? I don't know what that is. You could have luck again. You could have luck again. I would just be cautious. I don't know if it's like a gambling site or a gambling app. Just be cautious. Because I know people that like can become addicted to that kind of shit. I probably could because I have an addictive personality. So be cautious. You know, use discretion when you go on there. Georgia, energy. This fall. You could get it this fall. Energy's pretty good. Yeah, it's like forward moving, the magician, the ability to manifest things. Energy around it is good. It may happen sometime this fall, early fall, I'm going to say. 14, general for next month. Okay, next month you could run into an old friend, or you could run into somebody from your past, or somebody from the past enters or re-enters. The hard work that you put into something business or career related, school related, whatever you do all day comes back to you. Maybe you're working on a creative project that gives you a lot of satisfaction, or that you really enjoy, or is somewhat therapeutic. Anxiety is moving into the past, and disappointment is moving into the past, and your intuition is heightened. Out of the clear blue sky, you'll hear from someone that you've been hoping to hear from, or that you haven't spoken to in quite some time. Got a little bit of good luck coming in. Feeling a little bit more financially stable around possibly having a new business or job opportunity here. Life goes back into balance. It should be a pretty good month for you. Kevin, general for August. Okay, in August, you've got, I'm feeling prepared. You also may be focusing on either a new job opportunity or a new business idea. It looks like you have growth, change, and transformation coming in to you as a person, and also towards your life. The magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. You're no longer holding yourself back, and life is starting to move forward pretty quickly. August should be a pretty good month. Could have some new energy coming in as well. You've got an Aries coming in. You have a Leo around. Let's see what happens. Sepia, general. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Four of Cups in reverse. You should be feeling a little better compensated or better appreciated at work. You're being guided by the divine, or you're coming to a crossroads just in life in general with the Judgment card. It also looks like you may hear from somebody that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time, or somebody that you've been hoping to hear from. The weight of the world is melting off your shoulders as life starts to move forward and you're beginning to feel a little bit less stuck. A wish comes true. Sepia love. Okay, you have a wish when it comes to love, and you're moving on to greener pastures. Anxiety around love is moving into the past, and things could change for the better quickly. You got an Aries around, you have a Leo around, got money coming in, but that doesn't have anything to do with love. You're heading towards the 10 cups being full. A disappointment moves into the past as your love life starts to move forward. You've got a Virgo, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer coming in, and a soulmate connection on the horizon. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, and prosperity. Be careful of that card if you don't want children right now. But your love life should be moving forward and you should have some choices. Adriana, what are David's feelings for me in the moment? Well, he's coming up as feeling grounded and stable, right? He's coming up feeling happy or lucky or sincere about whatever has gone on. Communication looks good, like a wish has come true, and the ability to manifest new opportunities. I think that the energy around the situation is shifting, changing, and lightening, and it's for the better. Whatever happened this weekend, I think it's going to make a world of difference in your relationship with him. He's feeling good. He feels like a lot of like relief and relaxed. Jordan, hi. Thank you for stopping in. Sepia, how will the meeting go with me, Sade, and my supervisor? I'm tired of Sade's crap. Good. I'm glad that you're doing something about it. I like when people get called out on their crap. You know what? It should go well. It should go well for you. It looks like you've got, you have good energy around you. She may not do so well. I don't know what she's doing or, you know, like what the crap is, but it looks like you've got good luck. Things move forward for you quickly. You've got the ability to manifest new opportunities. It looks like disappointment is moving into the past. She may be feeling betrayed or hurt, but that's too bad. And you got a new beginning on the horizon. I think the meeting is going to go well, and it's going to go in your favor. Sepia, Jonathan and me, I'm tired of him too. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Well, you know, the first card that comes up is the Six of Pentacles, damn it. Okay, so you got Six of Pentacles, which is like, he's got a lot of respect for you. This should be a well-functioning relationship. You should get out of it what you put into it. Two of Cups. That's a nice connection. That's possible commitment. No longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in, feeling like things are moving forward. It's like the cards couldn't be any better, but yet the reality is not showing that yet in your life, which we know can be very frustrating. Four of Wands, long-term potential here. The ability or the potential to manifest the relationship upgrading, long-term success. I mean, Four of Wands is like, it could be engagement. It could be moving homes, changing homes. It's positive. So I know, listen, I can totally appreciate your frustration because Lord knows I've been there, but cards indicate you have potential with him. Love T, love read for me in R. Okay, I don't know where you guys are in the relationship right now, but it looks like things could be very stagnant. Got the Hermit in reverse, which can indicate communication may be down. You might feel like there's a long road ahead of you. Um, and I don't see a commitment coming in right now. Now, if you're already in a committed relationship, you just may be going through a rough moment, which is fine. All relationships have that. But if you're not in a committed relationship and you're hoping for one, I don't see it happening right now. It looks like there may be some sharp energy around the situation, or you may be feeling very heavy, like stuck, and like things are not moving forward fast enough. It's like R may do a lot of thinking about things, but doesn't always do a lot of acting, or doesn't always follow through, which may leave you feeling very frustrated. YouTube. Will I be returning to the office with FWH before July? For the end of July. I think you will. Yeah, I think you will. Or if not by the end of July, it should be relatively soon. Liz, general for Pisces and I. Okay, you may be prepared for things to move forward, and you do have a new beginning on the horizon with this person. But it doesn't look like things are moving forward really quick. It looks like he may have lack of perseverance. There also may be a third party that's interfering with this situation somewhere. I'm not sure where you guys are in the relationship. You are going to have a new beginning, and one or both of you will both be feeling like prepared for it, but it doesn't look like it happens right away. There may be some bullshit that has to get resolved before it can move forward. Once that happens, the two of you can be moving on to greener pastures together. It just may, like, there may be some unfinished business that needs to be taken care of before this relationship moves forward. I don't know where you guys are right now, but I'm not seeing a commitment come in just yet. If you're not committed right now, I wouldn't expect one before the end of the summer, but that doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Just there may be some nonsense that's got to be worked out before the relationship can move forward. Kelly, what are some of the personality traits of my twin flame? You know, I can't with these twin flame conversations. I'll ask the cards, but like the twin flame thing exhausts me. I gotta tell you all that. I know that you hear me say it all the time. I'm not even 100% sure if I believe in it or if I don't believe in it, but it's exhausting for me to think that people are out there searching the world for one person that's supposed to be their other half, and they're not going to be complete until they find that one person. That to me is exhausting. There's a whole world of people out there that we can have great relationships with, that we can learn from, that we can have, great situations, and we don't believe that they're the right person for us because how do we know that they're not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there is no book or there's nothing that's going to tell me this is my twin flame, and it's all about, well, could be this or it could be that or it could be this person, and this is a karmic that, and this is this, and I'm better because I'm a soulmate. You know what? I feel like it just sets everybody up for a big letdown. Okay. I would say that your twin flame is someone who's very passionate, kind-hearted, intuitive, sensitive, sincere, hardworking. They have sharp energy, or they have a real tough side, somebody that would be difficult to deal with in certain moments. They could be stubborn, and they may not always want to give in, or they may always think that they're right. They do like to feel stable and grounded, and they like to have their feet on the floor. I don't think that they're a real risk taker. Somebody who's very strong and independent. But like I said, I can't with the twin flame thing. It just, like, I sometimes, like, I don't know. I just feel like it sets everyone, it's like waiting for Prince Charming to show up. It's like, how do you know that the twin flame is your twin flame? One of the rules that I was told is that you should never have to question it. You should just know. But then somebody said, oh, then there's the false flame. The false flame can show up with all the qualities of the twin flame, but they're a really bad person. Yeah, well, I've been involved with a lot of really bad people in my day. And were they all false flames? I don't know. I just can't. I can't. I just can't with the twin flame thing. Really? I don't even know if I believe it. I don't. I don't know if I believe in it, because what would be the point of it? Most people, from what they say, don't ever find their twin flame. So, or their twin flame is a tree or a bird or something. So what are you going to do with that? I don't know. My suggestion to everyone is to, who gives a shit if it's a twin? Who gives a shit if it's a soulmate? Who gives a shit if it's a karmic? If you're enjoying the relationship and it's well functioning, enjoy it for what it's worth, for as long as it lasts. Because Lord knows that nothing lasts forever, and enjoy it in that moment. And just because it doesn't last forever, it doesn't mean it was bad. You know, like, I had an argument once with another reader who was telling me that somebody's marriage we were talking about was insignificant because they got divorced. And I'm like, but it's not insignificant because it lasted a long time. Like, if you're married for 20 years and you get divorced, I don't believe that's insignificant. I believe that that's pretty successful, you know? I mean, I would say a failed marriage would be something that, like, two people knew from the beginning that they should never get married, but they did it anyway. It lasted 6 months, it lasted a year, lasted 2 years. You spent a lot of money on a wedding to feed what? Relatives that we never see? To put pictures up on Facebook to impress people that aren't in our lives? That to me is that's a wasted that's a failed marriage. But somebody that's married for 20 years, they have children, they have a life together, and then it doesn't work out, I don't consider that to be a failure. You know, and then that's a whole other thing. Like, my parents were divorced. They were married for 20 years, or almost 20 years, and they got divorced. What, were they twin flames? Were they soulmates? Were they karmic? Oh, who cares? I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't get the liars. I don't get them either. I don't know that you're going to change someone who's a liar, even by sending them to a counselor. I don't know that they're going to stop that. LB, will my son's father respond back to the text? Will my son's father respond back to the text? I don't think so. No, I'm not confident that you're going to get a response. Karina, love for the rest of July. Love for the rest of July doesn't look bad. It looks like you may have choices. You're moving on to greener pastures. You might be leaving things in the past that no longer serve you. You might be walking away from things that you feel are stale or have run their course. And with that, new energy comes in. You could have some good luck coming in. A Pisces could enter. That may be brand new energy. It also looks like you have a new beginning on the horizon. The love cup is full, and a Taurus comes in. Not bad. LB, will my son's father finally help me? I don't know what you're looking for from this person, like as far as help wise. It doesn't look like they're going to give you exactly what you want or what you need, but they may help you with something. It's like they're reluctant or they're stagnant or they're not eager. Like they come up as somebody who's not eager to please or not someone who is not going above and beyond. But it depends what it is that you want from them. Because it does look like they give you a little bit, but they're not giving you a lot or they're not helping you a lot. Sister, I reached out to Sam on Instagram a couple of days ago, but no response from her. Why? Let's see. Can you see? Did you see if she read it? Oh, you're gonna find out. Okay, so she's got the Fool in reverse. Whatever is going on, she's going to tell you about, and it's going to need to whatever is going on, she's going to tell you about. She just hasn't either gotten to it yet, or she's sort of in a standstill. She's got the Hermit here, so she's quiet. She's feeling a little bit stuck, but I think she will reach out to you eventually, maybe sometime later this week, and she may tell you whatever it was that kept her from, it could be something like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get back to you. I had family in from out of town or whatever, and then you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense. So something like that happens, and then she's prepared to answer you and your friendship with her moves forward. So I'm curious as to whether or not she read it, or if you can tell if she read it. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. Technically. Sister, I went on a date on Friday, never heard from him after. What was it? Why didn't we click? Why do I feel continually dissed by online dating? Well, I think that online dating in itself is like, I know that people push it, right? Because, I get try online dating, oh, there's so many people online dating. But the thing is that, that's just it. There's so many people doing it that it's like, and I've said this a million times, my friend's sister, I want to say it was like 20 years. She was older than us. And I'm trying to think. It had to be 15 or 20 years. And when I tell you she was on every website there was, she had computers out all the time. And I wasn't even I wasn't even there that much to see it, but I heard about it. And what would happen with her is that she would go out with somebody a couple of times. She would think that they were dating, and then he would disappear. It happened over and over again. And, you start to think, well, what the fuck is wrong with me, right? Why does everyone keep disappearing? But it's not you, and it wasn't her. It's the element, it's like, there's so many people out there that I think that everybody's looking for the next best, who else is out there? Let me see what else is out there. And people are always out there. So they're, and then half the people can be married, because I've heard all about that too. And then I have a gay friend who's like, and you don't even know how many of these gay guys that I've been dating, they're married to women. So that's a whole other ball game. So there's a lot that goes on with online stuff. And I don't think that it's personal to you specifically. Like he was like, oh man, I'm out of here. We're not clicking. I'm done. I think that he just has a lot going on. It looks like you're going to hear from him again though, because you have a wish and you have feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Romance could heat up and things could move forward. Maybe you just haven't heard from him yet. Or maybe he had other things that were pre-planned, and once, everything that he has planned is done, you'll hear from him. It's like, I do think that online dating can be great for a lot of reasons, but I think that in some respects it's like, it makes people feel worse. And it's like, I've already feel bad enough. Why do I got to go through that? That's the way for some of the people that I've read, feeling like, I thought we had a good time, but then, or we went out 10 times and then all of a sudden he just disappeared. If you go looking for someone else, you're going to find someone else because there's so many people out there. You know, with my friend's sister, she, in the 20 years that she was doing this, she actually had one relationship in between, and she didn't meet him online. And then the guy that she wound up marrying didn't meet him online either. But in the meanwhile, had you taken away the online dating, she probably wouldn't have had much of anything. So was it good for her? I don't know. I mean, only she can answer that. But was it good for her? It gave her something to do. It kept the energy flowing. Like, she wasn't sitting around crying over one person because she was going out with other people. There were always new people coming in. I kind of think that that might be better than, you know, sitting at home and not doing anything. But I can understand how it can make somebody feel like, what the hell? You know, like, what did I do wrong, or what did I say wrong, or what is wrong with me that this keeps happening? Because I hear about it a lot. Like, it's not just, it doesn't just happen to one person, it happens to everyone. So, you know, you're definitely not alone in that. It's just that I feel like it's a tough thing. You know, I think it also depends on, like, how each person feels. I remember years and years ago having an argument with the woman that reads my cards. I can't remember what this situation was. I don't remember if I had somewhere to go and I didn't have a date. I don't remember what the situation was, but she was telling me about a client that she had that was like, well, I'll just go with anyone, you know, I'll just take, like, you know, whoever, I don't care. I just, so that I have a date. And for me, I'm like, I don't want, like, I would rather go alone because I don't want to have to entertain him. Like, I don't want to be here with you. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here with you. You know, like, so it's like, it's really about how you feel or what's more important to you. I'd rather not be with somebody I don't want to be with, because then I feel like I got to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Like, I'm not interested. If I'm not interested, me taking you is not going to make me interested. It's just going to make the night much worse. I don't remember what the exact situation was, but I remember her saying, well, you know, is someone that just wants a date will go out with, you know, they'll just find a date. Yeah, well, that's not for me. Could be for somebody else, and that's fine, but I'm not friendly, so. Red, why did Nell stop talking to me? Why did Nell stop talking to me? All right, I don't know what your relationship was with this person, but they feel like either stuck or they've been held back. There's burden around the situation, or there's burden around themselves, and they feel like nothing was growing or changing or transforming. Basically, I think they felt stuck and burdened by this situation. I don't know what happened, or if it was maybe nothing happened and this is just how they're feeling. You could hear from this person, though, because you got communication that comes in and things could change for the better quickly. Of course, you don't have to deal with them if you don't want to. You could, you know, ignore them. But that's up to you when they reach out again. Empress. I don't see it yet. Let me do red. Why is Tiff's energy still hanging around me? All right, I don't know what your relationship is with her, but it looks like you got communication coming in from her soon, or you'll run into her soon. That may be why she's still in your energy. It's like there's more coming, or there's a fated meeting or something happening here. It also looks like, I don't know if she's going through a rough time. She could be feeling a little bit like she's going through somewhat of a rough time, or she's looking for someone. I don't know if she feels connected to you, or she feels like you would understand her. I don't know what your relationship is with her, but she's very much in your energy, and I think the two of you are going to run into each other, or you guys are going to speak in the near future. Once that happens and make clear, then you may feel like she's gone. She also may be thinking about you a lot, or talking about you. Not in a bad way, but you just may be coming up. That could be why she's also still in your energy. Adriana, how is Sergio feeling about me? He definitely has a lot of respect for you, and it's very mutual. He definitely has romantic feelings. Although he may be slow and steady wins the race, he could be a good choice. Thinks that you're very kind, caring, sincere, humble, and highly intelligent. Empress, how does Karen feel about her current situation with the guys she's with? They got some sharp energy. She may feel like overall it's kind of disappointing. She also may feel like it holds her back, and she may feel like the timing around the situation is bad. She just may not, she feels burdened by the situation, or she may feel like it's just not going anywhere. But she also may not be ready to make a decision to leave it because she's just may be like putting up with it. Beautiful finances. Listen to your intuition when it comes to finances. You've got money coming in, no doubt about it. No longer holding yourself back. You're listening to your intuition. Money comes in. Good karma comes back, and feeling like you're ready, willing, and able and prepared for things to move forward financially. And the magician, the ability to manifest that. Plus, you've got some divine timing happening. Finances should be improving. Butterfly Diaries, when will I get pregnant? Well, it depends on, pregnancy is free will. Unless for some reason you're having some sort of an issue. You know, you've been trying for a year and there's something that's just not, somewhere it's just not making it happen. Then that's different. You could get pregnant before the end of the year. Maybe sometime late fall. But it's a free will thing. You know, it's like, when am I going to get my hair colored? Well, when you make the appointment and go to the hairdresser, right? Then you're going to get your hair colored. It's the same thing with getting pregnant, unless you're having some kind of an issue. Then I think it's more of like a fate thing, you know, or you know, like I was told that I can't have children for whatever reason, right? How many times I've heard that from people, and I'm like, well, the cards are indicating that you're going to have a child. There's a child here, and then they wind up having a child at some point. That is more of like a timing thing, but. Or like, and even with that, it's like, it could be a fated thing, but you don't always know what the timing is. But it could happen before the end of this year, definitely sometime in the fall. But you could, like, in other words, you can make it happen. You know, you got a chance every month. There's nothing wrong. You talk to your partner. You decide on having a child. You work at it. It could happen pretty fast. Yeah. Like, you're in control of that, where I feel like getting a job, right? Like, you could put in a lot of effort. Like, you can go on interview after interview after interview, but you can't make somebody hire you. But you can get pregnant. Like, you can make that happen. Like, it's different. Thomas. Why does Kristen keep blocking me on Instagram? Okay, I don't know what your relationship is with her, but she seems to be playing games. So it's like, when she feels weak, or or she feels like you're not putting in any effort, or whatever this bullshit is, then she blocks you. Does she unblock you and then reblock you? Like, this is like stupid shit. I'm sorry, I can't. There's two things that drive me nuts: blocking people and the twin flame question. Because why block somebody? I don't think I don't think she's trying to hide anything from you. I think that she's blocking you because she's trying to get some sort of a reaction from you. It does look like you and her may have an argument or a little bit of bickering over it at some point. And then the situation can move on. And your relationship, I don't know what your relationship is, but you have a wish around the situation. So I think she's trying to get some kind of reaction from you. So she blocks you and she unblocks you. You know, it's like, on one hand, I can kind of understand it when people do that, because it's like they're trying to, like, put their foot down and say, sometimes they're trying to say, well, I just want to end this or put it behind me, so I'm going to block him so that he can't contact me. Thing is that most of the time they don't really want that. That's why they end up unblocking. They're really looking for you to find another way to contact them, and it's game playing. And if you're gonna get, if we're gonna get into a relationship where I'm gonna block you because I want to see you try harder, okay? Well, then the relationship is doomed because that's not how, like, the idea of having to prove your love to someone, love, whatever, feelings, it doesn't make a difference what it is. You're never going to prove it. Like, they're always going to look for something else, you know? It's like, when somebody will say to me, well, I blocked him, what's he going to do next? Like, how many times do I get that question? Like, don't block someone that you want in your life. And what do you want him to do? You blocked him, which would tell him to go the fuck away. But you want him to come closer, so why would you do that? Because you want him to go above and beyond. Like, you're looking for him to prove something. But he doesn't know that. You know, it's like he's not getting the memo. Hey, she blocked me because she wants me to try harder. You know, it's game playing, and it gets stale pretty fast. So just, you know, I would figure out whether or not you want to be part of that anymore, because it gets exhausting. Sister, do you see me going back to flying in the next year? Okay, let's see. I don't think so. Well, I mean, you have a wish, right? So if you wanted to, you could. But it's not coming up high enough for me to say that you're going back because you have to, or you're going back because you don't have any other choice. If you were to go back, it would be because you want to. But I don't know, it's not coming up high enough for me to say that you're going to do that. You may have something else that's working out for you that you don't need to do that. Unless it was something that you wanted to do, then that would be a different story. Humble. Will M the Sagittarius reach out? Yeah, you should hear from this person. I'm going to say relatively soon. Maybe within the next couple of weeks or so. Sister, what's up with T and her relationship? I feel like they're on the brink of another crisis. So it's like, it could be arguing. There may be a lot of indecision around the situation, not a whole lot of growth or change. There may be a money issue between the two of them. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if somebody owes somebody money or whatever that is, or some kind of a money issue hanging over somebody's head, but there's money that's going on here. Somebody may be feeling very stifled and held back. That may be her. Even though I think she wants to be in the relationship and she's desperate to hold on to it, she may feel either controlled or stuck. Maybe that has something to do with the money thing. I don't think it's a good relationship at all, and I don't think that she's happy. I think that I don't know. I think that she's feeling. You know, it's like those kind of moments where you kind of feel like this isn't what I wanted, or this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I like hoping that it's going to get better, but it's not. And it's like relatively a new relationship to be so crappy so soon. With false flame, well, that's what someone told me. That's what somebody told me. I've had so many different people. I've seen so many different people in my day. And yeah, somebody told me that a false flame can show up and they can have all of the qualities that the twin flame has, but it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like a deceit. It's like the devil's behind it. And I don't know, like sometimes I feel like Okay, so the devil's behind it. So it's a false flame. But if you had a good relationship with this person for 6 months and then things fell apart, I mean, you had a nice experience, you know, for what it was worth. Things fall apart. Everything falls apart. Nothing lasts forever. And, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like we get so caught up in like what this situation is and who that is and this karmic and that thing. And then it's like, well, we don't really know. Like people will say, oh, well, he's with a karmic. Well, how do we really know? Because somebody told us that? Because you think that you're better than they are for that person? I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know. The worst part of the whole situation, really, what I think, is that people get stuck believing something that is not true, and they're running after somebody who doesn't want to be with them, and they're paying people that are telling them that yes, this person really loves you. Meanwhile, the person's like, listen, I'm not into it. No, 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 no. He really loves you, and I think is just cruel. I think it's cruel, but that's only my opinion, for whatever it's worth. Julie, how is R feeling about the... Alright, let's see. He's satisfied now. I can't believe that. You know, he thinks that he's so smart. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's smart. He feels like, yeah, like he's made it to the top of the mountain. He could breathe a sigh of relief. He's managing everything. He's controlling everything. He's got it going on. When this whole thing explodes, I think he's kind of proud of himself for that, really. I mean, I can't get over that. I just can't get over it. But I think he is proud of himself for it. I think he's kind of going a little nuts. I don't blame him for going a little nuts. Like, just in general with everything that's going on. I bet. Is it true that Sagittarius feels love for me? Well, I would say, yeah, they care about you very much. I would say the love cup is full. I'm not going to tell you that they're head over heels in love with you at this point, but it does look like there's enough of an interest, yeah, and that they do have strong enough feelings for you, yeah. I don't know where you guys are in the relationship right now, but I think that there's a nice connection here with potential. Remo, what does P want from me? He's always bugging. What does P want from me? What does P want from me? I don't know what your relationship is with him, but it looks like he does want things to move forward. It does look like he's looking for a relationship to move forward. I don't know if you guys are just friends or what, but he's prepared for more. Or he's willing to explore like the potential around the situation. Yeah. And I think he may be interested. I don't know how you feel about him, but he may be like bugging you because he's like, you know, like maybe he doesn't have a better way of expressing the way that he feels, you know, so he's maybe a little immature. Simran, spirit messages. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You've got a guardian angel. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. The Star, Archangel Jophiel. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. sister? I don't see it yet. All right, Adriana, let me do yours. Hopefully your phone is still alive. That was 10 minutes ago. I just want to know what's coming in for me next. You've got growth, change, and transformation coming in around your life. You've got passion coming in, things changing for the better for you quickly. It also looks like you're laying down the law, setting up boundaries, stepping into your own self-confidence, brings in a new job or business opportunity. A wish comes true. An earth sign enters Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Got nice things happening. Oh, dear sister. I was emotional yesterday after the date. I posted a long post on IG. I ended up taking it down about my loneliness, and then my friend out of the blue, after seeing it, said, I love you, and texted me a picture of her baby and says, he's my purpose. Nothing like acknowledging my post. And then I tell her I may try to have a baby, and she says, well, I'd get started now because it took me 5 years. Our eggs decline starting at 32. You know what? Don't listen to these assholes, really. I say it all the time. You know what? Like, eggs decline. It doesn't mean that they're not there. I mean, it's like you can... most people these days don't have children until after 32. There was a time where, you know, everybody had children in their 20s, but that's not true anymore. And I say, you know, my grandfather was born in 1920. In 1920, his mother was 46 when he was born. So it's like it happens, you know. Okay, fine. A woman like that had already had children, like they say that if you've had children in the past, then there's a greater possibility of having another one. But, and even he had a cousin or an aunt or someone who also had a baby very late in life, and back then they were embarrassed by that, like, because that's like grandparents' age at that point, 46. But nowadays, you know, these people really piss me off because, first of all, I don't like when anybody says shit like that, because I don't need you to tell me that. I can research it myself if I want. You know, like, stupid shit. I had him at 36, and I said, I don't believe everyone's path is the same. I have more spiritual beliefs. She said, well, I follow science. Listen, I had a baby, and we weren't trying. Just happened. Like, it happens. And there are plenty of people that, especially if you're going to go like the route of like working with a fertility doctor or like in vitro or something like that. Like, there are people that have fertility issues. I worked with a woman who, she was 32 when she had her daughter, but she couldn't get pregnant. She had to go for in vitro. Like, it was a process. But they did the process and she got pregnant. It wasn't working on her own. But, like, that's the situation, right? Like, some people have that. But regular, everyday people, like, not everybody has that issue. Some people have it, right? Most likely, if you're going to go to like a doctor and they're going to extract the egg, they're going to make it happen. So, you know, like, I wouldn't listen to anyone who's not supportive, because like what do you need to listen to people that aren't supportive? It's like, I've done plenty of research. Like, Janet Jackson is 50. Okay, I know that people are going to say, okay, well, she's got doctors and this, that, and the next thing. She's still 50. So I don't care how many doctors you have, her body's still of that age. There's another one, what was her name? Shit, I can't think of it. She sang that song, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. Sophie B. Hawkins. First child at 44, second child at 51. Now you can say, well, she's got money, but she still has a 51-year-old body. And she still had carried the child and delivered the child. That, I think that she had her eggs frozen though for the second one. I can't remember the story, but it's more common than you think. My mother took her 5 years to get pregnant with me, and when I was born, she was 25. I didn't have any trouble. I wasn't even trying. It just happened. So it's different. You know, it's different for everyone. I would not listen to anybody that is, you know, I wouldn't listen to anybody that is being negative I would just go about your business, go to the doctors, figure out the route that you want to take, and I wouldn't even tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone I was pregnant. I'll let everyone think that I was getting fat. I didn't tell anyone I was pregnant until I was like 22 weeks or 20 weeks or something like that. No one needs to know. Because you don't need naysayers. You really don't. My aunt had my cousin. She was 35. And back then it was like, you were like getting ready to go out to pasture at 35. Um, and she had to go for an amnio. They don't even do those anymore. They don't even do them. Because I asked, I'm like, oh, we're going to have this, that, and they were like, they don't do amnios anymore. They do a test at 10 weeks. There's a blood test, and then there's a test that they do where they measure the back of the baby's neck. And it's done via sonogram. So I never had an amnio. I would not listen to any of these people. Just go about your business, do your thing. I wouldn't even tell them. You don't need to listen to their shit. It's like statistics are statistics, but what does that mean? It's like everybody's individual, everybody's different, and like that's just like the way it is. Like everybody's body is different. Like how many people? Like I like. All right, how many people that I knew when I was pregnant? People would tell, "Oh, natural. Oh, your body's gonna heal so easy. Oh, it's no big deal. Ah." And then I heard people with horror stories. Then I had one woman who told me that natural childbirth was for her was horrible. She had 3 cesareans after she had her first natural. I heard the reverse from other people. I mean, everybody had a different experience. Everybody did. Even people that had multiple pregnancies, they all had different pregnancies. Same woman had different pregnancies with all children. So just go about your business and don't listen to these people. I can't stand when people are like that. I just can't stand it. Drives me nuts. Liz, love for the rest of July. Love for the rest of July, you're going to have choices. 7 of Cups. You may not feel like that, but you should have choices. You've got the Sagittarius coming in. You've got decisions and choices to make and passion coming in. You've got happiness coming out over your love life. If you're not with anyone right now, Sagittarius enters and so does a Libra. If you are with someone right now, have patience in your current relationship. Happiness is coming out, passion is coming in, and good karma is coming back to your relationship. If you're not with anyone, you got new energy coming in. So either way, your love life looks like it's improving between now and the end of July. Sister, a few paragraphs to that question. Why is she okay with being so obnoxious? Why do I keep attracting? Well, you know what? My thing would be is because you allow these people in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wouldn't talk to this person anymore. I wouldn't talk to this person anymore. I would, and I did this myself years ago. I got okay with being alone and got okay with not having friends over all the time. Got okay with just it being what it was, and and being choosy with the people that I allow around me, because if you allow somebody like her, and like, she's fine with it. She thinks that she can do what she wants and say what she wants, and she's okay with that. I've had friends like that, they're just rude, or they just say rude things because they think that they can. Like, I would never turn around and say something like that to anyone. What I would say to you is explore all your options, best wishes, and leave it at that. Because at the very worst case scenario, you could maybe at some point foster a child and adopt that way if you couldn't have one naturally. There are a million different routes that you can take. I had a student from yoga who wound up adopting a little girl from China, and she went that route. I don't know what her situation was. I just know that she wanted a daughter, she wanted a child. They went to China and they adopted. There's a million different ways that you can do something, that you can do it. And naysayers and people that are going to, I follow the science. It's like, yeah, okay, well, what about the science for Janet Jackson? Like, okay, like I said, I know that she's got doctors, right? Because she's got money. But she still has a 50-year-old body. Nothing changes that. The amount of money in this world does not change the fact that she's still 50 years old and she still had a baby. That was healthy. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. She's okay with saying it because that's the person that she is. She's obnoxious. She thinks that she can talk to people like that. You know, she may even be a little bit controlling at points. She thinks that she's superior. She thinks that she's happy. She thinks that she has all the answers, and she doesn't. She doesn't, because there are plenty of children that are born, like plenty of 20-year-olds that can't get pregnant, and plenty of 40-year-olds that don't have any trouble. So follow the science, right? There are plenty of women in their 40s that have perfectly healthy children that had all the tests done. And I mean, you know how many women told me? You know how many women told me that they thought that their children were going to be Down syndrome children because they all failed the test, and every one of those kids was born without Down syndrome? My sister, my friend Boris said that one of his sisters came back. They said that high possibility of Downs, not Downs. Follow the science. Okay? Now, you have, how many people that I know that were in their 20s that didn't have any of the tests and have complications with their kids? So, you know what? It is what it is. You got to take a chance. It's unfortunate. I just hate when people have to be negative. That, you know, like, why be negative? Why not just wish somebody the best? Hey, exhaust all of your options before you give up, because that's what I would tell you. That's what a friend says. Exhaust all your options before you give up. And if you can't have a child naturally, there's a million other ways that you can try to adopt. So why not try that? There are children out there that need homes. Why be negative about it? Why? How does that help anybody? Though that shit really fucking pisses me off. Wouldn't it be something if you got pregnant and had twins? Ah! Hubble, what are the Sagittarius intentions with me when it comes back? Okay, I don't know if he has any clear intentions right now, but it does look like he's prepared. Communication comes in and he doesn't hold himself back. But I don't see much more than that. I would say wait to see what happens when he comes back. You should hear from him. I don't know where he is, but communication should pick up, and then from there you see where the relationship goes, or where the situation goes. I don't see a commitment here, and I don't see the love cup full, so I can't say that he's, like, his intentions are to come back and start a relationship. I don't see that, but there's definitely him coming back and communication coming in. So there's more to come. Iveth, I lost 32 pounds. Oh, congrats. I'm able to fit into a dress. Sagittarius has liked all my Facebook pictures. What does he think? What does he think of what? That you lost weight? I would definitely not associate weight loss or looks with what other people think, because that's a dangerous rabbit hole to go down. If you want to lose weight, you lose weight for yourself, not because of what someone else thinks. And the idea of losing weight in order to impress someone will definitely torpedo the situation, because you can't be perfect enough for somebody else's love. It just isn't going to work. And to lose weight to fit into a specific dress because you like that dress and you want to wear that dress and because your health is an issue is one thing. But to lose weight to fit into a dress that somebody else likes, it's not going to make him like you anymore. Like, it doesn't make a difference how skinny you are, how fat you are, you're the same person. Somebody has to like you for the person that you are, not for your pants size. So I can't, he's not going to think it's not going to make a difference in how he feels about you. Could he think that you look attractive? Yeah, but that doesn't equal love. Like, there's a hot ass on every corner. It doesn't mean that the guy's in love with everyone. Like, it's just a hot ass. You know, it's just somebody that, like, their head turns. So I can't get into a question like this, because to me, this is dangerous territory, because it's low vibration. You know, it's like, if I'm skinny, he'll like me. And that's not true. It's not true. I have plenty of friends that are much heavier than me, and they've got married years ago, and they've always been heavy, and they can't fit into the same size that I wear. So what? It doesn't make a difference. Um, and finding, see, like the idea of like basing your relationship on your dress size, how much you weigh, and likes on Facebook is also dangerous, because this is this is like um it's low vibration, but it's also it's very anti self-love. And somebody else is not going to love you if you're not loving yourself. And if you're questioning whether or not somebody is interested in you because you're plus or minus 32 pounds, that's a dangerous place to be, because it's not coming from a place of self-love, and you can't manifest love with someone if you're not loving yourself first. I know it sounds really cliche, but you have to get comfortable with yourself first, regardless of how many likes your Facebook pictures get, because who cares? Most of the time people are just liking them, they're not even looking at them. They're just scrolling them. I mean, I can tell you, I can post anything, I can tell you who's going to like it, the people that are on there 24/7. What does it mean? Nothing. Doesn't mean anything. I would be very careful with this kind of thought, because it can be very negative. I mean, I would say that he finds you attractive, but once again, if you lose another 10 pounds, it's not going to make him fall in love with you. Like, you don't fall in love with the dress size, you fall in love with the person. But if you're trying to cultivate love by being thinner, or by having more likes on Facebook, then that's not gonna do it. So I would be careful with this. I would start working more on the like self-affirming mantras, like I am worthy, I am lovable, I am desirable, rather than looking at Facebook with who's liking the pictures, because it's negative, and it's yeah, it's negative, and it's like low vibration. Tiffany, situation with Kevin. Situation with Kevin. Okay, I don't know what your situation is or what your relationship is to this person, but it looks like there's indecision around the situation, and there could be a little bit of sharp energy. I would say you have a wish around the situation, so put it out into the universe, and you have good karma on your side. But listen to your intuition. There may be sharp energy or a little bit of a discussion that the two of you need to have, but you can iron things out, because you have a wish here. You may be feeling a little bit burdened by the situation, but having a conversation about whatever it is that's going on can clear the air and move things forward. Red, is my ex-husband going to find me? I get a 70% chance, yes. That question kind of makes me a little nervous. If this is somebody that you feel like you have to be afraid of, I would take precautions just in case. The moon is in reverse, which means a secret may be revealed around this situation. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, but something may get revealed around the situation. DM, what is N thinking about me after our combo? Seems to be feeling pretty good. I don't know what your relationship is, but Six of Pentacles would be a well-functioning relationship. It also would be somebody that has a lot of respect for you. It also looks like they think that the conversation was successful, or whatever it was that you talked about ended on a high note for the better for both of you. You have a wish around the situation. Things could be moving forward pretty quickly between you and this person, and the world is at your feet. So it was good. It was definitely a good thing. I've asked me and the Sag are friends, but he wants something a little more stable, and I'm a little scared. Should I accept it? Would he mess around with me? Should I accept it? Well, you get a 70% chance, yes, you should accept it. So as far as like the idea of being scared, I mean, that goes without say. Anyone that's been hurt, and everybody has, you're always going to be scared to get involved again, or that fear comes up because nobody wants to relive the horror show that they've already been through. But if you don't take a chance, you're never going to know. Like, what are the other options? Never dating anybody ever again, staying at home by yourself, and being okay with being alone. Yeah, you could do that. Like, like how the way that I became with friends. It's like, I have friends, right? But I don't go out of my way the way that I used to. But it's different. It's different. As far as like love is concerned, or friendships, or any relationship really, you're always at risk for being hurt. Like, the only way that you're not going to be at risk is if you don't get involved with anybody ever again, and you just stay by yourself and you just don't get involved. So I don't think that that's really an option, because it would lead you to a miserable, lonely existence. As far as like, would he mess around with you? And now I don't know if you mean here like be friends with benefits, which now that's a different story. Like, it depends what you're looking for. You're saying here that he's looking for something a little bit more stable. If he's looking to be in a relationship, that's one thing. If he's looking for friends with benefits, that's another thing. And it depends where you're coming from. Like, if you're like, you know what, I don't really want to be in a relationship right now, but I don't mind hooking up, and you're okay with that, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when somebody says, oh, well, we're just like, I'm hooking up with him, and they're not being honest with the fact that they really want to be in a relationship. They're having sex with somebody. That guy is thinking it's just sex, but the woman is thinking, oh, this is going to become a relationship, because it's not. It's going to just be sex. If you're okay with that, then that's fine. But it's really more about what you want here. Forget about the fear of being hurt. Everybody's afraid to be hurt. But if you're attracted to him and you want more, and he's looking for something stable, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't give it a shot. I would say, as long as both of you are on the same page and you're being honest. Like, if you're like, hey, I don't want to be in a committed relationship, but I don't mind, hanging out and hooking up, and you're really okay with that, I don't see anything wrong with that, and I think it would be fine. Hubble. Well, why did my cousin Jay talk bad about me to M the Sag? Well, there was anxiety around this situation, lack of perseverance. This person had a mouthful. Your cousin was either annoyed or hurt by something that you did, irritated, and they told the Sag, yeah, that they didn't want to hold back. They just felt like, I don't know if you did something to hurt them, or they're holding on to an old wound, but they felt like they wanted to tell the Sag. I don't know if they did it to get back at you, because there's a little bit of sharp energy between the two of you, or they're feeling a little jealous about something around you. But yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. They did it because they could, and because they knew that it would bother you. It wasn't nice. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend's mom had her first 4 children in her first marriage. I think it started in her late teens to early 20s. 4 children, and then had 3 more children, 3 boys, Her last boy was the boyfriend that I had, in her 40s. She was 44 when he was born. She was 41, 41, 42, and 44 when she had those three boys. You know, I always wanted to have a lot of kids, but as I got older, I was okay with less. Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to have 5 kids. I want to have 6 kids. And then as it started to get older, I'm like, okay, maybe 2 kids. Now I'm like, I think I might be okay with one. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, I don't plan these things, so who knows what could happen. MME family. My mom is fighting me over my dad's will and wishes to leave me his stuff. Um, she's fighting with you. My mom is fighting me over my dad's will and wishes to leave me his stuff. What exactly is the question? Like she wants to leave you his stuff, but in the will it goes to her because they're married. Is that what it is? I just want to make sure that I got it right. All right, let me look into it, and then you can tell me if I got it wrong. I don't understand what she's fighting with you about if she wants to leave you his stuff. Yeah, clarify the question first because I'm not, I don't really understand it. Let me do John while I wait. Week ahead. Okay, week ahead, you have a wish, put it out into the universe. You've got growth, change, transformation coming to your life. Love looks good. Love cup is full. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. It also looks as if perseverance will pay off around a business or job opportunity, and money could be coming in. That looks positive. Should be a pretty decent week. Jayla, will I get my CNA license this year or next year, and will I get surgery this year? Okay, or let me do the first one. Will I get my CNA license this year? I think that you're going to get it next year. Will I get my surgery this year? I think you're going to get your surgery this year. Will I ever talk to XH again? You will talk to HX again. XH again. Did. All right, let me do sister. The I follow the science bullshit is the words of an unawakened vaccine pusher. Sorry, I can't either. In response to post of mine pouring out my heart, and she says nothing but here's my purpose. Basically, I know that you're down in the dumps, but here, look how happy I am, and your life is meaningless because you don't have a baby. Yeah, but that's her opinion. And if she's so happy, then why is she trying to convince you that she's so happy? You know what I mean? Like, why is she trying to convince you of it? I mean, but it's like, well, first of all, life isn't meaningless because you don't have a baby. Like, there are plenty of people. Like, I have plenty of friends that never wanted children, and I don't think their lives are meaningless at all. One of them is a math professor. One of them is a detective or a cop. I'm not really sure where she is right now or what she does. I think she's a detective. Um, I know where she is, but they never wanted kids. They just didn't want them. Not everybody wants children. It doesn't mean that your life is meaningless. Like, that's her interpretation. And it also may be the way that you're feeling because you want to have a child. And I think that you should give it all you got and try to have a child because that's what you want. And, it's unfortunate that it's like the thing about the post is, like when you put shit like that out there, it opens up. Once again, social media is the devil. So it's like if you put it out on social media, you're putting it out there for the world to read. And not everybody has good intentions. That's why I don't put shit up on Facebook, because not everybody has good intentions. People like to watch train wrecks. They like that. People like to know that other people's lives are not as happy as theirs. But they don't know what's going on in your life unless you tell them. So you put up this post and she kind of shoved it up your ass because she could. So once again, we got to look at where it's coming from. That's once again all low vibrational shit. It's all garbage because we know, right? We know that it doesn't matter how heavy you are, it doesn't matter how loved you are, it doesn't matter how many children you have. None of that makes a difference. It's the way that you feel on the inside and how the people in your life treat you and the way you treat them in the relationships we have. Like, you could be with somebody for 50 years, never marry them. Doesn't mean your relationship is insignificant. You can marry somebody, be married for a year, and they're cheating on you, lying to you, cheating on you, and you get divorced. Which relationship is better? Like, marriage doesn't equal love. It just doesn't. It's the same way. But babies don't make you important. Dogs don't make you important. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is in your life, it's like it comes from within. So she could only, my grandmother would say this, she could only make you feel like that if you allow her. But when you put up a post like that, it opens it up. So it's like now people are seeing this, and the people, I believe, I could be wrong, the people that are not so happy, that are not don't have the perfect life that they want you to believe, are the ones that try to stick it to you. Because why else would you do it? Why else would you do it? Why else would you discourage somebody of doing something? Why else would you be the one that's like casting doubt? Because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I would say, well, hey, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. What do you got to lose? Nothing. What, money? Okay, so what? So we'll make more money. It's just money. At the end of the day, big deal. I've spent money on greater bullshit than that. Who cares? So, I would take it from where it's coming from. It's like, if you're so happy and you're so wonderful, then why do you feel the need to try to put me down or to not support me? Like, why? Like, why would you need to do that? If you're not going to be supportive, why bother reaching out to me? Martha. How does Gemini feel about seeing me again after? Okay. How does Gemini feel about not seeing you in a while? Was that it? I would say this was someone who was very happy to see you. Seems like he felt successful. He felt well balanced, like all 10 cups were full. Feels like his perseverance paid off, felt grounded and stable, and he was genuinely happy to see you. Martha, how did the Cancer feel about not seeing me after a year? This person also seemed to be pretty happy to see you. Like things changed for the better quickly. They were genuinely like they were genuinely happy to see you. I don't know what your relationship is or was with that person, but it seems like it was a pleasant meeting. Seems like they were happy to see you. Seems like they think that you've done well for yourself, or you look like you were well, or you look like you were happy, and that they were pretty satisfied with the meeting. Well, Iveth, I think that he's attracted to you, but the way that question reads is like, I lost 32 pounds so that I can fit into this dress, and I'm getting likes on Facebook. So what does he think? So to me, it's like somebody who's questioning, or somebody who's looking at the likes they're getting on Facebook is getting validated. Like their feelings or their appearance is being validated by Facebook. And that's an issue for me. Like that's an issue, because if he didn't like the picture, does that mean that he's not attracted to you? If he didn't like the picture, does that mean that you're not worthy of his time? If you didn't lose the 32 pounds, does it mean that he shouldn't go out with you? Like, it's the mindset that's behind it that worries me. Because to me, needing to be validated or feeling validated from likes on Facebook is a problem. And most people do it. And that's why I think that it's negative. I think it's low vibration. I think that having your self-worth coming through Facebook likes is a problem. So I think it's deeper than I just want to know what's the question? Is he attracted to you? Yes, he's attracted to you. But once again, guys are attracted to girls. So it's like I said, there's a hot ass on every corner. But, he could like 500 different pictures of 500 different women. What difference does it make? It's about the connection that you have with this person, not about what you look like in a picture. But for some reason, you want to know. And the reason why you want to know, that's the answer to, the reason why you want to know whether or not he likes the picture or what he thinks of you physically is an issue, because it's a self-esteem thing. And that's the problem. Getting self-worth or being validated by somebody else or what they think is an issue, because it's like anti-self-love. It's like feeling like I'm putting this picture up and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks, and I don't care who likes it, is different. I'm doing it because I like it, and this is my timeline and I want to remember it. But this is the opposite. This is, I want to know what he thinks. What difference does it make what he thinks? Because no matter what he thinks of that picture, it doesn't equate how he feels about you or how he's going to treat you. And there's too much value in what people think, like visually, but that doesn't equal love, or it doesn't equal the way someone's going to treat you. Somebody can think you have a really hot ass, but they can blow you off and treat you like shit and never call you back. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, working with like affirmation so that you don't care about that. It doesn't make a difference. It's insignificant. Like, I don't even do it. I don't even put pictures up on Facebook, like, because I don't care what other people think. The things I put up are for myself. Like it's a different kind of mindset, and it's putting out a different type of a thing. Like I worked with this young girl. She was young. She was in high school, and I swear to God, wherever, I mean, in front of the bathroom, taking a selfie. Constantly. And I just kept thinking, this poor girl is getting her whole life validated by the amount of attention she's getting on social media. She can't put that phone down. She can't put the phone down. Every 2 seconds, she had that phone up. And I'm like, that's not healthy. And if people can't understand that that's not healthy, like, you're not going to cultivate good relationships when this is where the self-esteem is. And it's kind of a scary place to be, but this is the world that we've created. And I said it not that long ago that I was on Instagram. I don't remember what brought me to it. All these young girls posting all these crazy pictures, like in parking garages, like in crazy outfits, and I'm like, oh my God. And I thought to myself, I'm like, if I was that young and I had social media, I would have been doing the same thing. But if I could go back to my younger self and teach my younger self what I know now from all the years of doing this shit, I definitely would not have done that. But I remember being young too and doing shit like that, or dressing certain ways, thinking, oh, if I look really hot, he's gonna like me. No, he isn't. He's not. Because everybody's hot. Like, that's the thing. Like, guys are attracted to everything. Like, they think women are hot. I can't even tell you. I'm like, I worked with so many guys, and I would be like, I can't. I'm not even kidding. Woman that worked in the pizza place, not a bad looking woman at all. But she was like married with like 6 kids, a little bit on the heavy side, definitely looked like a mom. And these teenage boys were like hanging out at the pizza place. I'm like, really? Like, she's like your mother's age. Not that there was anything wrong with her. I don't think there was anything wrong with her. It's just that that's like you're 17. That's like your mom's age. Anyway, they were like, oh, she's fucking hot. Oh, what I would do to her. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I bet she could teach you a thing or two. Anyhow. Martha, why did the Gemini and the Cancer try so hard to get to my house? Why did they try so hard to get to my house? Well, I think that they genuinely wanted to see you. I think that they were, it had been a long time. They were curious. And so that's why they came by. I don't think that there was anything more than that, other than you crossed their mind, or they were in town and they were curious about how you were doing. It had been some time, so they figured that they would stop by, and they were genuinely happy to see you. Cause for celebration comes in. I start to work at a bank next month. What will my coworkers and boss think of me? Okay, not everybody is going to feel the same, but for the most part, you're going to come across as somebody who is very perseverant, someone who's pretty hardworking, someone who's very well focused, somebody who picks things up quickly or is a quick learner. For the most part, they're going to think that you have a lot of potential, that you're a pretty strong fit, or that you fit in there, or that, and that you're like stable, grounded, easy to get along with. But like I said, not everyone's going to agree 100% on everything, but generally speaking. Auntie Charlie, why hasn't Hooker said anything to me? And is Naomi a little jealous of me? I can't get a clear read on her. Okay, let's see. You should get communication from Hooker quickly. Naomi could be a little bit jealous, but it's like negativity around her is moving into the past. So whatever it is that you're picking up on her should move into the past, and your relationship should move forward. It shouldn't be a thorn in your side. It should move into the past. She gets over it. whatever it is. It looks like the love cup here is full. I don't know exactly what the relationship is, but it looks like things are moving forward kind of smoothly once we get past the whatever that little jealousy is. And I think that you'll speak to him relatively soon, like quickly, like in any moment, or within the next couple of days. Sister, because I don't have respect for myself, I work hard on my wounds and self-love all day, so I don't get it. Why am I attracting people who don't respect me, or why to entertain them? You know what, like I've thought about that myself, because like I had a friend that I never spoke to her about like having a baby or anything like that, but she would give me like comments too sometimes. Like I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but they just were rude or uncalled for. Like one time, it's stupid. I decided that I was going to highlight my hair. What a disaster. Anyway, it was like a 10 million different colors and certain pieces broke off. I mean, it was a disaster. But it's like it was a disaster. We knew it was a disaster. We talked about it being a disaster. What I decided to do was to slowly bring it back to just the regular auburn color it was as I was touching it up, going a little bit darker to cover the crazy highlights that were awful. And you know, it oxidizes, so in between, like some of the pieces were like not nice colors, but we knew about it. It wasn't like I just came out of the salon looking like that. And we were in the grocery store one day, and in front of other people in the aisle, like I turned around for something, and she was like, "Your hair is like fucking 10 different colors," and she just said it like that. Like, your hair is like 10 fucking different colors. And I was like, yeah, I know. like like it was just so unnecessary to call attention to it when we already knew about it and I was already dealing with it. Like why? Why was that necessary? It was almost like I felt like she was purposely trying to embarrass me or call attention to me in the grocery store. Why? For what reason? Like you never saw somebody with a bad hairdo? Like, all right, so it looks awful. It'll grow out, or I'll color it again, or I'll get through it. But it was unnecessary, you know? And I still, like, I put up with a lot of her shit for a long time. I don't know why. The only thing that I can say is that it speaks more about those people than it does us. Because I would never do that to someone. I wouldn't call attention to somebody else's shitstorm in front of other people. Why? What purpose does that serve? Like, why? You know, it's like the same thing. It's like, why can, and for this, like, why say something negative? I mean, you could think it. If you think I don't have a chance of getting pregnant because I'm 38, but that's your opinion. Because I can name hundreds of people that I know that got pregnant after 38. And it's not that old. You know, it's not like it's 58. That's a different story. And even then, I saw, I watched a video by, I think it was Dr. Mama Jones put it up, where a young couple, for whatever reason, couldn't have their own child. Like, I don't remember the whole situation, but the grandmother decided to carry the fetus as a surrogate, and she was like, I didn't think that that was possible. And the doctor was like, you have a uterus, it's possible. Like, as long, just because you're past childbearing age and you can't produce the eggs doesn't mean that you can't carry one. And she wound up having triplets for, I think it was for her daughter. So it's like there's so many things that can be done that there's just no reason to throw shade. But to me, it speaks greater volumes of that person than it does you, because why would you do that? Like, why would you discourage somebody of something? It's like misery loves company. Is that why? Because that's what I think it is. I think you do have respect for yourself. I don't think it's that. I think that you're a nice person, and that they know that they can be an asshole because you're not going to answer them back, or they know that they're going to get to you. And misery loves company, so they're trying to make you feel the way they feel. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but... Red, how's it going to go if he finds me? He'll be unsuccessful. So I don't know what the reason is that he's going to find you or why he would come looking, but he doesn't get what he wants. He's unsuccessful. He feels weak. He feels like he has no choices, and he loses his perseverance, and he feels disappointed. So I don't know what his issue is, but he doesn't get what he wants out of it. So I wouldn't worry all that much about it, but I would, I would protect yourself if you feel like you need to. Red, will the police catch him? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the police catch him. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why he's unsuccessful. The police catch him. I'm going to say yes. That's why he's unsuccessful, and that's why he loses his perseverance. He may try once and not be able to get away with it. Elizabeth, love. Got success coming in around love. You got strength coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, a Leo could be coming in, or the next relationship you enter could be very strong. Looks like you have a water sign around, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Some good luck coming in. No longer feeling stuck or held back. Negativity around love is moving into the past. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries enters. Could be exploring some options. No longer holding yourself back, and the next relationship should be well functioning. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. It could be somebody that you meet through divine timing, but you're going to have choices. You've got definite choices coming in. And if you're looking to be in a committed relationship, it can happen relatively soon. But it'll be your decision who you end up with. Virgo, love messages. I don't see a Cancer coming in love for Virgo. I have walking away from somebody or something that no longer serves you, somebody who's not putting in a lot of effort or attention, or who isn't perseverant, somebody who has disappointed you in the past. You're walking away from that person. And with that, you've got passion that comes in around a water sign. Well, yeah, I guess it could be a Cancer. This could be the Cancer, but I think that you're walking away from this person. You got passion coming in here with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You also have a Pisces coming in that may be of significance. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Negativity moves away from you when you move on. I don't know. I'm not convinced that a Cancer is coming in. It looks like you're no longer feeling stuck and you have good luck coming in around new energy. Pisces or fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I don't know about the Cancer. Cancer didn't show up strong enough in this reading for me to tell you that they're the one that's coming in. Kevin, any future or anything in the future? Well, you're no longer holding yourself back. No longer being held back. You got some good luck coming in. It also looks like with the Five of Cups in reverse, negativity is moving into the past and cause for celebration comes in. Intuition is heightened. Definitely listen to it. You got a new journey on the horizon. The ability to manifest new opportunities. Put it out into the universe exactly what you want. You could also find yourself in a committed relationship before the end of the year. Kevin, I disassociate a lot lately. What is that about? Well, I think that you're going through a moment. I think you're also going through a little bit of a transition. I think you're growing and transforming, and things are just not going to be the same. I don't think you're looking at things the same. I don't think that you're feeling the same. I don't think you want the same things. I think you're just going through a huge transformation. You've got here being guided by the divine. Your intuition is growing and strengthening. Feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. Taking control of your life. Got choices coming in. I think you're growing and changing, and I think that you just need a little bit of time and space to kind of get through it all. Kevin, when will I feel less winded? I went to the doctor today. What did the doctor say? I feel like you should be feeling better soon. Like maybe by tomorrow. Like soon. I wonder if the doctor gave you something that's going to make that like clear up pretty quickly. Yeah, getting another opinion is always a good idea. Oh my bad, it says, Aries, remember me. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. 3 aces. Love always. What are AS's intentions? Maybe looking for a new beginning with success around it, but you're going to have choices. This person may come off as very weak, or there may not be a whole lot of room for growth, change, and transformation around the two of you, but I think that they may be looking for a little bit of success or a new beginning. Let's see what happens. See what happens there. Love always. What are Tio's next actions? Listen to your intuition. Communication can come in sometime this week. I would say communication. Maybe through text message. Or a direct message of some type. I got the zit here. It's one of those that kind of hurts underneath. Jay, what's coming towards me? Starting a new journey, a new journey on the horizon. You may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. It also looks like your intuition is heightened. No longer waiting for your ship to come in, you're making things happen. Fire sign enters, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Life starts to move forward. Heart show, love reading. Well, before the end of this year, you should find yourself in a committed relationship with cause for celebration. You should be feeling very well prepared for it. Could be with a Libra, could be with a Cancer. And it looks like you have money coming in too. So that's positive. Stacy, general for the week. Oh, you got happiness coming out. First card that comes up around you. Good, enjoy that. Might be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, growth, change, transformations coming in around your life. And you've got an air sign coming in. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may be feeling like stepping into your ambition this weekend, trying something new, or exploring some kind of a new hobby. I don't know, it looks like fun. Have a good time. Angel, what will happen if I confess Lisa my feelings for her on Tuesday? Will she give me a chance? Well, yeah, I think that things could move forward. It's like balance comes back to the situation, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. I think that she would give you a chance, or she would at least get to know you a little bit better. Doesn't look like she's holding herself back. I would go for it. Traces are avoiding me due to another girl. Yeah, there's something else going on around him. Definitely something else going on. He's got the Fool here. He's got a new journey around him. Mel, you could close them. Thank you. Nav, love. Got a wish when it comes to love, put it out into the universe. It also looks like you could have a new opportunity on the horizon and you're no longer holding yourself back. Could be slow and steady wins the race, but there's a new opportunity coming in. With a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and with this card feeling like the relationship should be well balanced and should function really well. This person should have a lot of respect for you. I love you. Why did Uziel left me open on my message? I don't know what you mean. Why did Uziel left me open on my message? Okay, I don't really know what that means. I'm going to assume that they opened the message and left you on read. Because they were busy, they were burdened by something, they were doing something. They were definitely busy. They had things going on. The Fool. They may have had time to read the message and not answer it. And they'll get back to you when they have time. Hey M, I put in 55 applications. Will I get a lot of responses from potential employers? You should get a good amount, yeah. Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of potential coming in around you. Good, that was a good thing, I think. And put it out there. Can't go wrong. Maggie, will I reconcile with R this year? I don't think so. I'm only getting a 33% chance. That's pretty low. High vibration, next 24 hours. Negativity moves into the past. The world is at your feet. You got money coming in. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Life moves forward. It should be a good 24 hours. I don't know what's going on, but a lot. Oh, this one here for MME family, I never clarified what that meant, right? I want to answer that one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she means. Anybody have any idea? I never answered you because I wasn't sure exactly what you meant by that. Can you clarify that question so I don't skip it? And I'll do Mel. Will I be long gone, meaning relocating to another state by the time he returns? Okay, let's see. Could be. Could be, because you got the Four of Cups in reverse. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and you could relocate pretty quickly. Will it go in your favor? You just want me to ask it as a yes or no question? Because I wasn't sure what you meant. Like if she's trying to fight you on the will, but she wants to give you his stuff. So I don't understand, like, what is it that you're fighting over? Just ask it as a yes or no? Okay. Will the case go in my favor? Will the case go in my favor? I think it will. Yeah. I don't know the whole story, but as a yes and no question, you seem to end up satisfied or happy. No, I don't think she's going to be able to take it. I don't think it's going to work for her. Nope. Not if it's in the will. No, I don't think she can take it. All right. Magician. How did everyone at the party think and feel about me today? This will be the last one. For the most part, you came across as strong, stable, independent, courageous, and mature. But of course, not everyone's going to feel the same, but that's like the majority of the way it felt. Alrighty, guys, that's it for me today. I will, I'll be back on tomorrow. I just don't know what time. God knows. I'm hoping that it's going to be sometime in the afternoon, maybe like 1 or 2, something like that. But we'll see. Thank you all very, very much for being here tonight, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.